I am going to attempt to explain brainrot as best as I can. Brainrot is absolutely ridiculous these days. I'm going to attempt to explain it all as best as I can for you. We're going to run through some of the most iconic brainrot so you can get an idea of what you've been seeing around the internet. And without wasting any more time, let's get right into it. First, let's start off with something that you have seen without a doubt. 6-7. It comes from a song, and even in this song, it doesn't exactly mean anything. Like, everyone's probably told you before that this doesn't mean anything, and a lot of brainrot is like that once it's taken out of context. But even in context, even in the original song that it's from, it still means absolutely nothing. Really, you can interpret it however you want to, and you are going to see that that is a trend on this list. It's to the point where if someone just said purple and did something crazy, and that went viral on the internet, people would start saying purple and doing crazy things, and eventually people would say purple for absolutely no reason. You get what I mean? Okay. Ooh shit. This one's a lot more recent. It comes from a video where this man right here watches this girl dance, and you can immediately see the issue with him saying ooh shit. Now, what happened is, everyone started commenting this under videos. It might make absolutely no sense. It could be a video about how to bake cookies, and someone will comment, ooh shit. It will be a video about how to exercise, and someone will say, ooh shit. And the classic follow-up that you will always see is, fuck you mean, ooh shit. Bring out a notepad. I want you to write down every single time I say ridiculous, because it's going to be said a lot. Son. This is kind of an evolution of bro. For example, someone says something ridiculous, and in response you say, bro. What are you talking about? Or you can shorten it to just be bro. So literally just replace that with son, and it's the exact same meaning. Now, why son went viral in particular is this picture right here of this actor. I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but this picture has been photoshopped to high hell. As a matter of fact, I'll put some of the variations up on screen, but there are hundreds, thousands of photoshopped images of this picture right here, usually with a bunch of crying emojis too. Tung sahur. This was an AI generated image of a bat, like a baseball bat, and I'll show you the original prompt up on screen. Now, while it was originally famous a few months ago, it really exploded recently. I'm not really sure as to why, but anything can resurface. But it is the pinnacle of AI generated images. You're gonna see a lot of AI later, stay tuned. But this is the most well-known AI brainrot image. Subway Surfers. The game itself is not very brainrot. What is brainrot is how it's been paired to videos of anything. It usually is something along the lines of Reddit stories, where a voice, AI or not, reads off a story. And, you know, obviously your ears are being entertained by the story, right? You're listening, but your eyes have nothing to do. So people started putting in videos of people playing Subway Surfers, and it blew up. Minecraft parkour, the same thing as Subway Surfers. You have something to listen to and something to watch next to it. Family Guy, the exact same as well. Family Guy has sparked its own memes, but when it comes to Family Guy in a brainrot context, yet again, it's just simply pairing it with something to listen to. Kirkification. This is referring to how Charlie Kirk has had his face morphed onto real people pretty much ever since he died. He died 9 months ago, which is ridiculous to someone like me because it feels like just yesterday. But his face just started getting morphed onto other people's faces. And it has gotten so ridiculous that AI image generation models have actually been polluted with faces of Charlie Kirk. If you try to ask some of these models to generate regular people, those people will resemble Charlie Kirk. Just because those pictures have been flooded so much. Like, I'm not even lying when I say this. After this video is done, look this up. Look up Charlie Kirk polluting AI generators, and it will literally be as crazy as I'm making it seem. Polar bears dying, or any form of wildlife dying. This is referring to AI images and AI videos. It is very well known that AI images and AI videos are made in AI warehouses, and these warehouses require a ton of water. A ton of fresh drinking water that you or me could have is instead being used to cool the computers and warehouses that are making these AI generated images. To no one's surprise, that is horrible for the environment. So the joke here is that every time an AI image or AI video is generated, there is an animal out there that dies. If you want to stop it, I mean, hey, you gotta stop using AI. If you're liking this video so far, consider hitting that like button and subscribing. No pressure, though. Looks maxing. This is a giant umbrella term of basically doing way more than you need to look better. It can be taking steroids, it can be getting surgery, just anything where you go beyond the simple lose weight, be healthy, workout kind of things. Anything that's more intense or ridiculous, dare I say. say, then that is considered looks maxing. Bone smashing, probably the most famous term from looks maxing. This is where you get a hammer or a blunt object and smash bones that you want to grow. For example, if you believe that your jaw is small, you would hit your jaw with a hammer so that it grows larger. Now, people quickly started realizing that this could absolutely be a terrible idea, and so people would ironically say that they were bone smashing. They would bring hammers to their face and pretend that they were doing it just to get a rise out of people. Why? Because it's ridiculous. Rage bait. Rage bait is an all-encompassing term for purposefully pissing someone off, usually for your own entertainment. If you know somebody's very stubborn, for example, you can often just say something that is clearly wrong or clearly stupid just to get a reaction out of them. They'll be angry, they'll be pissed off, and dare I say, it's pretty damn fun to do, especially when it's somebody you know. But it's gotten to the point where it's pretty damn hard to tell whether some people in comment sections are rage baiting or just actually stupid. But yeah, any sort of purposefully pissing someone off, whether by being stupid or any other reason, that's rage baiting. YouTube Shorts. Many would consider YouTube Shorts and Brainrot to be one and the same, right? You don't have Brainrot without YouTube Shorts. Now, why are the two so interlinked? Simple. YouTube Shorts, unlike Instagram Reels and TikTok, attracts a very young audience. Much of the audience of YouTube Shorts are not even teenagers yet. So what happens is people this young are very creative, very imaginative, and a lot of the things they do don't make sense. So if they have a platform to make their own humor, it will not make sense. YouTube Shorts is their platform, and that is where you will find the highest concentration of absolute meaningless ridiculousness and just nonsense. If you want to absolutely fry your brain, go watch YouTube Shorts. It doesn't help that this audience is highly persuaded by, text on the screen, loud music, sound effects, which further attracts the high dopamine, low effort watching style. Tough. This is a continuation of the troll faces from many years ago. You see, the difference here is that they have been exaggerated massively from their earlier forms. And the idea is that, yet again, it's consumed by younger audiences, and anything that would be considered traditionally cool is now called tough. And these faces are plaqued all over it. Look at this fucking SpongeBob clip. Look at these people marching around. But yeah, anything cool is considered tough. Podcasters. This isn't referring to all podcasters. It's instead referring to podcasters who have the most ridiculous takes ever. Now, most of the time, these guys know what they're saying is bullshit. They know that they're saying the stupidest thing they've ever said, but it gets views and it gets attention, so they keep saying it. It can refer to Matan, who just asks ridiculous questions like this one.
Do you think you could initiate a ceasefire between Israel and Gaza by standing in the middle?
But pretty much any podcaster who knowingly says ridiculous things, which if they're saying ridiculous things is all of them, just existing. It refers to them in general. Aura. This is just kind of a way to talk about the influence that people have on others, whether it's how striking they are in a public setting or how impressive their actions are. Now, most of the time it is definitely used ironically. It is very rare to find someone referring to themselves or another person as having aura unironically. It's always a joke, it's always for fun and laughs. Basically, if someone is doing something that's traditionally cool and you just want to be funny, you could say that they have aura. Stickmen. This is referring to short content created on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram of stickmen usually explaining things. Now, unlike me talking to you right now, it's an AI talking. And instead of me saying whatever the hell I want to say, it's an AI reading off of an AI-generated script. These videos are almost entirely composed of AI, whereas even videos such as this, which are highly similar in concept, right? Explaining, are completely different because they have the human element to them. These stickmen videos are completely AI. And alright, that's the entire video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below.